Hi everybody, I hope you're all having a wonderful week. I have some beautiful cozy new arrivals in store and some gorgeous patterns I think you're going to love. So I hope you can stay with me. Had a very busy week just getting prepared the Woodland Retreat boxes. They sold out very fast, so if you've managed to nab one of those, congratulations. On their way to you guys. Fear not, if you have missed out on the Woodland Retreat box from July, August is going to be a very exciting month. We are going to have our first winter deluxe box. Of course, most of you know that we do a seasonal deluxe box, and for winter we've got a beautiful exciting theme coming up. I can't wait to tell you all about it. I think there are going to be some very excited sewists. Let me just say, if you are a boho goddess underneath, you're going to love this deluxe box. So more of that to come. And then of course our regular bespoke box will be midway through August. So we've got a very busy month of boxes coming up that I think you're going to absolutely love. So of course we have still got our final days of our stock take sale running with some remnants and end of bolts all heading out. A lot of things have been marked down to 40% off, so make sure you check out that section on the website. But these will all be under the new arrivals section, so make sure that you check those out. And also in the description box you'll see that the new arrivals stock has been listed there. If you're watching the channel each week and you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you could do that. It's absolutely free to subscribe and watch what we get up to here each week. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell to let you guys know when the new episodes have been released. Today I'm just wearing a nice comfy outfit. We've got an unwind from Pattern Emporium in a rib knit that I had in my stash from about 3 years ago. It's quite comfortable and loose. These unwind sweaters are the most comfiest, quickest things to make ever. If you haven't made one, I highly suggest heading over and doing that, because they're basically a front and a back piece and whatever neck binding and wrist binding pieces. If you want a band, you can do that. They don't need a band, but they're a really quick, comfortable sweater to make. Now, these flew out the door last time I had them in. They are the beautiful Melange sweater knits. We've got the ochre back in. I know I had a lot of people waiting on the ochre. It's a really nice, it's in between a mustard and an olivey colour, and you'll see up close it's got the black kind of fleck throughout it. It's really unusual and a little bit nicer than just a plain sweater knit. Now the stretch in these sweater knits is about 20% horizontal, a little bit more vertical, it's about 30% vertical, and you've got that really lovely brushed fleece cozy background. You'll see in this pic I made an unwind from this gorgeous colour. It is stunning. It's so nice to wear. Unfortunately for me, I did a bit of cooking and may have splattered some grease on mine. And you know, every time I cook, I'm one of those people that think, oh, I'll just wing it. I'll be fine. I won't need an apron. Don't do that. Don't ever do that, because if you're like me, you'll definitely mark these beautiful, especially when it's no print in it. It's a solid colour and they stand out, those kind of stains. So I am so disappointed in that, but I'm going to do a little bit of scrubbing and see if I can get that oil stain out. But it is such a beautiful fabric to wear, and because of the cotton blend, it's got cotton poly spandex blend, it's nice and breathable. I have got a sweater I made a couple of years ago in just a full poly sweater knit, and I just cannot wear it. It doesn't breathe. It feels sweaty, has that kind of plasticky feel to it. I just don't enjoy wearing things unless they've got a little bit of a natural fibre, especially for temperature control. But I really love this, and it is such a popular fabric whenever it comes in. Now, of course, if you're wanting something with a stretchier neck binding, don't forget you can always add a ribbing onto that. We don't have ribbings to match these. Hopefully for next year, when we are moving warehouses, we will be getting all matching ribbings, because I think this will be a staple fabric to keep in store. But I made my unwind with just its own fabric, made sure that I cut the neck binding on the greatest stretch. So you might have to cut your neck cuff and binding around the hem in the opposite way to make sure you get the greatest amount of stretch. Now, it's great for things like your Marlowe by True Bias cardigan. Grab a couple of cardigans, also another fabulous one. Maybe even a Tilly the Buttons Billy sweatshirt pattern I think would be beautiful in this. So we've also got the Spice colour back in, which is a really nice coppery colour. I love that. I am all over these colours. And the restock of the green. The green is definitely a favourite one of mine. It is so lovely and vibrant. It's like a really nice fern kind of green, and with that marl throughout, it really gives a nice kind of a texture, nice brushy background. But the green is really, really lovely. And the newest colour we haven't had before is called pomegranate. It's a gorgeous kind of a deep pinky red colour with that melange kind of black fleck throughout it as well. It gives it a different kind of a bit of a dimensional feel to it. So the new pomegranate colour is really pretty too. Now we are heading closer to August, and that means something very special. I've had a couple of people ask me if we are doing the very special advent calendars that we do each year. We always do a 12 days of Christmas special advent calendar, and yes, we will be doing that again very shortly. So we do pre-orders for those usually at the end, final week of August. So make sure that if you haven't signed up to the newsletter, you do that so that you will be alerted to when the advent calendar pre-orders have started. And of course, they are in limited numbers. We like to make sure we keep the gifts kind of from local artists and makers. But our advent calendars are a little bit different. They're not just full of sewing goodies. They also have beautiful edible goodies from lovely little artisan makers here in Australia, as well as some scented gifts. So that's really exciting. And yeah, we do send the advent calendars all around the world. They've been very popular for the last 2 years. Already started thinking about what will be going in those. Of course, we love to keep them really, really special for you guys. Well, I hope you love what we have planned for that. So very exciting stuff. And it's really weird to think that we're already starting to think about Christmas, but we need to get very well prepared for those advent calendars. Something we had in very special, one of our European suppliers has this gorgeous luxury velour, which is very, very special. It's not like the velour that I think, when I think about velour, I think about that kind of thinner stuff that in the early 2000s people were wearing, those kind of sweatpants and zip up tops. This is a bit different. It has a lot more body to it. It's got a really nice softness and not as much of that kind of sheeny sort of shine. These are a really lovely, luxurious feeling cotton blend velour, and definitely they'll be fantastic in things like your sweater tops. So I can think of maybe a Charlie sweater top from Atelier Jupe. I think a cardigan would be spectacular. I am thinking about maybe the Esme cardigan from Named Patterns. I think would be beautiful in this velour, but I really think even a dress, like a knit dress, would be superb, a sweater dress, or maybe even a wrap dress. So there's endless things. I think the Nico by True Bias would be another fabulous pattern. There is a lot of stretch in these as well. I'll show you the stretch. Now this is the really lovely petrol colour, really nice and comfortable, and I think they'd look spectacular in so many things for not only now for winter, but heading into spring, summer as well, for adding on things like your layering items. So I am definitely going to be making something out of these. The drape in that is really lovely as well. So I'm going to show you up close the reverse side. So you've just got that kind of cottony feel reverse side, and then you've got that nice plush feeling on that side. So that is the petrol, which is stunning. The other colour I love, and I think I'm going to have to steal some of this, is the cognac, which is a really lovely rusty coppery colour. And I can definitely see a cardigan. I do have quite a lot of dresses with this colour in the print, so I think it'd be a really nice special long line cardigan. So maybe even the Named pattern, the Esme, or the Grab a Cuppa in the longer line. Or a nice chunky wooden arrow mountain button I think would look spectacular, but that colour is just beautiful. Right up my alley. I love the fact that it's comfortable but very elegant and luxurious looking as well. So that is the cognac. Now this colour is spectacular. This is the wine colour. I think that really lovely Friday Pattern Company Arlo sweater top would be beautiful. If you want to add a zip, you could do that because the fabric has got enough body to really make some kind of gorgeous maybe hoodie. Even Soho House 7 toaster sweater would be another one. It would be amazing in that, as well as the Cosmos sweater and elemental skirt would be great in a two-piece style set. And for all of you pink fuchsia lovers, this colour is spectacular. That really lovely rich fuchsia pink I think is spectacular. I don't see much of that colour pink in the velour. I think it's something really special. It would definitely make a really lovely sweater dress as well. So yeah, some gorgeous ideas there, but the colours in this range are really lovely and rich, bright jewel tone. So that's the new European luxury cotton blend velours that I think you guys will love. Last week when I spoke about plans and things I wanted to make out in the garden, I showed you guys a piece of fabric that I'd planned to make the Ludo capelet, and yes, I've got the pattern cut out and ready to go. I haven't actually started making it, but this is the plans I have for this week. I definitely want to start it because it'll be a beautiful little piece to add for layering. It's not too heavy, and I definitely cannot wear a really heavy coating fabric. I find it just a little bit too cumbersome. So I think this would be gorgeous in things like your blazers. You could definitely think about things like lining it for a skirt, like a nice pencil skirt. I've got a lot of ideas for jackets and things like that, but this would be spectacular in the Ludo capelet. I've got a bit of lining, some silky lining, I think we'll just finish it off nicely. So this is the Peachy Glitz. It is a wool and viscose blend, and you can see up close the colours in that pick up with the lighting. It's got a really nice gold fleck throughout it and some really lovely little speckles of colour. So that's the peachy colour, and that's the colour I have put aside to make my Ludo capelet. I think it'd be gorgeous in the new Paper Cut Patterns range capsule wardrobe. The Eliza trench would be gorgeous, as well as the Remy shacket. This would be perfect in things like a shacket, like a nice heavy overshirt. Yeah, there's heaps you can do with that, but the trench, I think that they've got pics of it with the gorgeous houndstooth wool fabric in the shorter trench would be just spectacular. So that is the peach colour. I also managed to get this really lovely mauvey shade, which is just gorgeous for all my pinky purple lovers. Colour in that is incredible, and you can see it picking up that gold fleck. So that one is really, really pretty as well. I've seen a lot of people make these Style Arc shackets, Logan shackets, and I think that would be really gorgeous with a nice button for a bit of a dressier style shacket. And if you like a more simple muted tone, the pearl is another good basic colour to go with absolutely everything in your wardrobe, and that is with the gold fleck throughout it as well. So wool and viscose blend, I think it'd be gorgeous. The Nova coat, which is a great one I've just sold out of the smaller size range, so I need to get more of those in. Everyone I know that's made it has definitely wanted to make another one. I think the really nice design, like an origami style inspired design with all the angles. It just is a beautiful beautiful jacket that you can dress up or dress down. That's what I like. Something I can definitely wear with a pair of jeans as well as a nice evening dress. But that one will be gorgeous. And also things like little crop jackets for over a dressy, like a nice dressy outfit, I think would be beautiful. The newest pattern deliveries we have in store. We've got some really exciting ones. We've got a few here from the UK as well, from the beautiful Dorada Davies. I've been talking to her for quite a while about wanting to get her patterns back in. We needed to restock quite a few. But the ones that I absolutely love, and I know when I spoke about these in a new pattern video, everyone just thought this was a fantastic idea, especially for things like gifts. I'm heading into thinking and planning about Christmas gifts as well, or maybe even a nice gift for Mother's Day or for a new mum. Even a lovely gift for a bridal group I think would be stunning. These are called the Whisper Slippers. Now, the great thing about the Whisper Slippers is that they come in two different designs. I'm going to show you here, and I'll put some pics up so you can see. So they are fantastic for things like scrap busting. So you might have a little piece of Liberty fabric or something special you want to use. You could do that with the slippers, and you don't need much at all. Basically, the fabric amount for a 110 wide piece of fabric. For the main fabric, you only need 35 centimetres for the main fabric, 35 centimetres for the lining, and about 45 for interfacing. So a great way to use up some scraps, or maybe to treat yourself to a really special piece of fabric. So they're basically, she's talked about them being a great treat for your feet, comfortable, stylish, and the lightweight bedroom slippers. You can take them traveling with you to a hotel, which would be fantastic, perfect for leftover fabric, and also great for an adventurous beginner. So the types of fabric, you can really just about use any type of fabric at all. I think definitely a Liberty Tana lawn would be amazing in those. Also, we've got her fabulous overlap jacket. Now, this overlap jacket I have made in the past. I'll put some pics up so you can see. It's got that robe or kimono style vibe to it, and I think it'd be gorgeous in that wool that I just showed you with the glitz through it if you want something a bit dressier. You can make it in a shorter version, wraparound or the long version. I'll show you the different line drawings there. And I made mine a few years ago now in a really nice cotton sateen. Oh, it's been fabulous. Another exciting thing happening, we are looking into getting bag making hardware and bag making canvases. And the funny thing is I just chatting to Hayley from the Haymeadow, because we were both watching Andrea last week, and Andrea had just started getting her, this is Beyond the Pink Door, Andrea, just started getting her bag making equipment in. And I just thought how funny, and great minds must think alike, because for a long time now Phoebe has been asking me to get bag making canvases and hardware in. So they will be coming in the next couple of months. We'll be definitely looking into getting those in our store. In the meantime, we are very lucky to have the new Dorada Davies bag patterns. Her patterns are brilliant. Her whole aesthetic, I think, is just gorgeous. So her Colour Me bag is a great little kind of a picnic or tote style large bag, which would be fabulous. We've got her almost square bag, so a great one for wearing like a crossbody style bag. You can opt for plain or colourful, or mixing and matching prints and plains for that one as well. That is a fabulous little bag. A mini bag, which I love, the little circular bags or the little rectangle bags. So essential crossbody bag for carrying all your bits and pieces, big enough for your phone and all your goodies. And the twin tote bag, which is fabulous for shopping. I know a lot of people love using their remnants and scrap busting and making a gorgeous bag. And that one's got a nice pocket, nice deep bag as well. The Rome Weekender is a fabulous bag with some quilting details. And our quilting cottons, our block print quilting cottons, are in transit at the moment. We are hopefully going to have them here by next week, and that would be a fabulous one for using for your Rome Weekender. A quilted cotton bag would be awesome. But also, I think from looking at the introduction here, functional stylish bag, perfect for using on a weekend away, big enough to put your clothing or spare bits and pieces in. So fabric suggestions for this: main fabrics, durable, medium to heavyweight woven fabric with structure, canvas, twills, wax cotton, denims, sometimes even upholstery fabric and pre-quilted fabrics, any lightweight woven for the lining. So a really nice sturdy bag to take away on your travels, which would be fabulous. Her latest skirt pattern has come in. I spoke about this. Now, did I speak about this in the last? No, maybe I'm about to speak about this on the new pattern release video, which is coming out next week. The Ziggy skirt. The Ziggy skirt is a sewing pattern perfect for showcasing favourite stripy fabrics. She's done a 3/4 style circle skirt with paneling. It's divided into panels that create striking chevrons at the front 4 seams. So 2 at the front and 2 at the back. So the side panels are generous. It's got an elastic waistband and a deep hem panel. And then you can do on the panel on the bottom hem, you can do the stripes going horizontally. So you can really play with your stripes if you want to showcase a beautiful striped skirt, or you can just do it into any kind of print or plain fabric. But the way she's popped in the pictures of her stripes, mixing and matching, it looks fantastic. And that one is size 4 to 24. So a really nice skirt for making a statement, Ziggy. So they are all in a new arrival section. We've also restocked all of our Sew House 7 patterns. We had run out of them for quite some time. So the good old toaster sweater pattern has been restocked. Fabulous little sweater. Most of you will know this sweater by now, with the funnel neck in the 2 different versions, but that's a great pattern. But their newest pattern from Sew House 7 is the Skyline Tee. Now the Skyline Tee is in the regular size range and the curvy. So the regular size range is 00 to 20, and the curvy range is 16 to 34. It's classed as an intermediate pattern. What I love about it is all the different versions. You can really do so much. The recommended fabrics is a light to mid-weight 4-way stretch fabric with at least 50% horizontal and vertical. So stretch cottons, bamboo jerseys, stretch baby French terry. So it's got to have a good recovery so your neckband doesn't stretch out, of course. And I love that you have all the different versions there at the bottom. You've got the crop version, the puff sleeve, the V-neck, the scoop neck. And I'll put some pics up so you can see exactly how this one looks. So it's a really good little versatile pattern for having for all year round as a good basic building block. So it's a gorgeous pattern and very, very handy. So good to see these Sew House 7 patterns have been restocked. As well as that, our Liesl & Co patterns have just been restocked. We've had a lot of people waiting on this Positano blouse, dress and shirt. And also a new one from them is the Nord t-shirt and sweatshirt, which is fabulous for doing things like color blocking. You can use t-shirt fabrics or sweatshirting, and you've got that nice side split and curved hem on the bottom. I'll picks up the line drawings there. So very popular patterns. So all the Liesl & Co's have been restocked as well. Now, some exciting news from Stylark. There's quite a few patterns recently. Stylark have been doing expansion packs to add on to their favorite designs that are really, really iconic. People have loved a lot of their patterns for such a long time, and to be given extra advantage of having add-ons is brilliant. There is also a Stylark pattern group on Facebook that I noticed that if you, similar to the Pattern Emporium one, where you can pick up lots of information and handy hints and meet lots of people. I don't get on Facebook a lot, but I do love going on there to look at different groups, and you always find lots of information. So it's a great way to meet other sewists on there. So the Sydney designer dress was a fabulous one that I've had for quite a few years now. They have just come up with the new Sydney extension pack. Now I have these, you have to have the Sydney dress as a basic. That doesn't come in the patterns expansion packs I've got. I can actually get the whole lot combined, but I decided to order them separately in case some people have the Sydneys at home and you want to get the expansion pack. Now this will actually make you a dress on there, but you won't be able to use that one basically to combine it. It explains it in the instructions. So it is great to have both, that you can have so many different versions. But the Sydney dress extension pack has got different sleeves. You've got a crossover front, a button front, a puff add-on sleeve. So it gives you all these different versions, and you can really do a lot of playing around with different looks for all seasons. It's a really unusual dress design. It's got these panels at the front. Now, many years ago, I made it in a fabric. I'll put a pic up so you can see it's a really bold print fabric. And I've always said I would love to be able to make it again in a plain linen or a cotton, just to show those beautiful drafted, the style lines throughout it. But it's one that you can definitely make in all sorts of fabrics, lightweight to midweight woven. So that is the newest from them. What I also love is the new Clayton woven shirt pack. Now, if you love a good shirt, you're going to love this, because I've already been eyeing off how many different versions you can do of this. You've got a long pointed collar, a dog-eared longer collar with a curve, a stand-up collar, a frill stand-up collar. You've got a neck tie, like a pussy bow style tie. Then you've got shaped pockets with flaps. You have sleeves with an elbow length with puff. You have the gathered wrist style version. You've got your classic cuff with buttons. There's so many ways to do this shirt, but not only that, you've got your relaxed basic fit or your classic fit. So if you want an oversized or a classic fit, you can do that. So that comes in all the same pack, all of those versions, which would just be amazing. And I am all over shirts. I love making a good shirt, but I will definitely be making one of these coming up very shortly in the near future. And there is also something you can scan for a tutorial if any of you are scared of Stylark patterns, which you really shouldn't be, because they are fabulous patterns and well worth making. They always fit like a dream, but especially when you get a tutorial to scan, makes it so much easier. The newest blouse they've got out is the Reynolds woven top, and I love that peasant style feel. I love the sleeve on that as well, and I think that would be really lovely to add, to lengthen into a long line peasant style dress as well. With a little, you can have the front open or tie it up there, so love the look of that too. So lots of new patterns, a bit of new fabric, some knits. So I'll see you very shortly for my new patterns for the month of July. And yes, July is well over half over. I need to get this one out very quickly, because there's been heaps and heaps of new releases, lots of very high summer releases. There's a lot of swimsuits in there and a lot of strappy things. So maybe for us down here in the Southern Hemisphere, we could be dreaming about heading into summer and what we want to plan. But I know a lot of my friends that are up north will be definitely all over these patterns. There's heaps of great ones have come out in the last few weeks. It's always a popular month for new releases. I hope a lot of you can join me to see what's new in the sewing world within the patterns. So I hope to see you all shortly. Take care, and don't forget, all these things I've spoken about here are listed in the Just Arrived section over on the website at the Dahlia Sewciety. Bye for now.